just an update on what we're working on here. As you can see, I always say we. It's just me here, but I suppose I say the royal we because I'm talking to everybody on who's watching and so on. I don't know why YouTubers and social media people say we. I suppose it's to engross everyone. Whatever. That's my rant for the morning, I guess. We're working on these heavy metal bits. Well, they're more for they're for the heavy metal terrain continuing thing, and of course this is the sort of castle parts that I'm going on with. And as you can see, I end up doing the wood multi-purpose filler stuff, and then I did over the top the that's not the multi-purpose filler. I'm saying that's the wood filler. Excuse me. And then I did the multi-purpose filler over the top for the bricks and stuff. Now the multi-purpose filler, which sadly I've run out of, is really light. It's a very light product. You can use it anywhere, and of course, being that it's mostly for walls and ceilings and so on, it is of course a very light product. This wood one, as you can see, I ran out of the white multi-purpose filler, and I've used the wooden one on this one. It's got some heft. I can tell you what, it is. Oh, that's got some weight in it now. And I did wet it down, of course. I don't really like that hole, but I kind of do. Anyway, again, it's going to probably have rocks and stuff thrown in it and everything. But yeah, the weight in this bugger, just for the corner, this like corner piece, and I want to put, you know, more stuff on that. It'll be fine, and I'm happy with it having a bit of weight and heft to it. Plus, this is it's a flexible filler as well, so it'd have a little bit more give into it. That's why I tend to put it underneath the top one. Plus, I don't necessarily like the white underneath, but you know, beggars can't be choosers. Anyway, that was a bit of a random ADD thought that just shot in my head, and I've wiped my own mind. Yeah, I'm going to keep using the flexible filler, as I said, the wood filler. I'm sorry, my nose is just... Sorry. My ADD is just jumping all over the shop right now. Oh. Yeah, we're going to finish off this next one. I need to make a door and everything for this. And that one, with the what I have left of this, the wood filler, if I have enough, and then if I don't have enough, I'll have to shoot out and get some of the one or the other of these to finish off this project. And then the next thing is to put stone and rock and grout and stuff. Oh, yeah, the grout and rock all over it to have it match the heavy metal project. And then I have bought some skulls. I'm just having to wait to hear back from the shop to go and pick them up, because they had them locally, and I'm just waiting for the click and collect, as we call it here in Australia. I don't know what you guys call it around the world, but yeah. It's only like 15 minutes away, the shop, but sadly you have to... They don't open until 10:30, so I have to wait. But yeah, I can't wait to do it. And I'm being smarter this time, you know. Work smarter, not harder. And this time around, I'm going to do the grout and rock and earth mixture on everything. Then I will make the holes and put the skulls in, so I don't have to sit there and scratch them all out and reveal them. Because doing that manually, as I did, just took a day to do all those previous pieces, and it did my head in. So we're doing it the smarter way this time. Excuse me. Plus there's not going to be as many. Sorry, I'm still getting over this damn cold. It's taking ages. The weather has been flip-flopping here like crazy. We had 42-degree heat here yesterday, which I think is 118 Fahrenheit for those of you who are in America or close to something like that. Sorry if I've got it wrong. Yeah, it was just insane. And there are, I should share this, sorry, while I'm just sitting here talking. There are big skulls in these here, there, and everywhere. This tower got one? No, one of them does. This one. Oh. There are the big skulls in this. This is actually going to be an oil runoff pit, or like a tar pit or something, which I thought would be cool. You know, I left it open to fight it. They could fight in it or whatever. It's rough terrain or something. There's one over there, of course. That is actually, I'm waiting on, as this is a refinery, I'm going to build a wooden bridge to go over that, or a bridge, stone bridge, I don't know yet. And then all through this is going to be pipes. So there'll be like a panel here next to with the walkway or gangplank, catwalk, whatever, over this. Thanks, plane. Yeah, there'll be a catwalk or something going over this, and there'll just be nothing but pipes and stuff, and they'll all be leaking, and that there'll be oil and everything just spilling out everywhere. This one, we're going to have like a standing, what do you call it? Again, platform, a catwalk with ladders up to it, and there'll probably be a giant, like, vat or something that'll have, again, oil. So this is the sort of refinery part of the oil punk world. Yeah. So only like 3 pieces of this might be, you know, non sort of usable everywhere, but again, it can be used in 40k, it can be used in so many different applications. Even like this is for Mork Dodd, but you can use it in Morkborg. They have oil and stuff in that too. There's all kinds of things. I was going to say Trench Crusade, but the way I'm feeling about Trench Crusade lately, with them trying to screw over all the 3D artists, and I don't like that. If anybody has a problem with that, I'm sorry, but you don't screw over people after you've said, no, you can, everybody, we're going miniature agnostic and you can do everything you want, and then you make you get all the money, and then you make a deal with someone and say, screw the little guy, we're going to take all the money and run. That's not how you run a business. That's not after fans have put so much into your company and invested so much time and effort into supporting your work. That's not what you do. You know, you support the community that's been around you, and 3D printing and 3D designers and 3D artists have been keeping this game alive for the past, 3 years or something that it's been around, because they can't even get their Kickstarter completed. But anyway, onward and upward with all this, and I'll be back soon. See ya. Okie dokie. Here's where we're at with the terrain project. So, excuse me, we're still just filling out details and stuff, and we've got all the wood details going in now, just all the doors and wooden bits and pieces. Oopsie day, that wasn't good for it. Still need to finish painting that. I wasn't happy with the way it's looking. It's a bit too dark. I'm definitely going to lighten that wood color up. Some of these things are ready to go to the next stage, which is just to have the ground and earth covering put on it. This one's good. This one just needs its stairs put on it. That one I'm thinking about making like a little tower inside of it. We'll see how we go. This one's the next one to work on, to have 2 little wooden staircases so we can get up on there. But these ones I've just worked on. As you can see, I was just filling in this top part with putty sort of stuff to try to cover up those logos. I should have just trimmed them off. But yeah, they can sort of be like they're welded or something. Or I might just put some plastic art on there and make it look like they're big welded sort of thing. They can have pipes and things drilled into them even. to add more detail to it, but I'm just waiting for the pipes to show up. I had bought pipes that were hollow, and you can't bend them with heat. They just fall apart, or they just bend into weird shapes. So I'm having to wait for ones that are completely... they're more rods than pipes. And the same with this one. This one's going to be like a junction sort of thing with all rods and pipes running up and over it and under it and everything. So I may have made a rod for my own back by putting the floor of the actual boards on this before putting on the rods, let alone the ground cover. But we'll see how we go. But yeah, so we're doing some more wood details for now on these to get to the next stage. So we'll do the stairs. As you can see, this is going to be part of this whole set. So after the ground cover and the putting all the rocks and stuff on the sort of cliffy bits and all the broken wall bits, that's when I will seal it all and then come in and put in the skulls, which I did get some more. They came in the mail, and we'll get all the skulls all put in after the fact now, rather than having to dig them all out like I did with these ones, having to spend a full day, if not a day and a bit, just picking out skulls and destroying my spinal cord just sitting in a chair doing it. So yeah, let's build some stairs. Okay, so we finally got this done. Took about 2.5 hours to maybe 3 to get this all done, so it's all hunky-dory now. All the wood and everything is nice and set together. I had this just standard super glue, and it just wasn't cutting it, so I ended up pulling out the big boy here, this thin glue, and it's working far better. And yeah, it's holding together solid as a rock. I can pick it up by it. It's that solid right now. So anyway, now we've got to do the tower piece. I was going to do 2 stairs, but it's taking up so much space, I'm not going to worry about it. Kind of like it just being the one anyway. Anyway, there is an ant crawling on me. Anyway, onto the tower. Just had a thought with this one, that what I'll do is actually take these pipes I've got, these pipes, and I'll put holes in this building and then make it as if whatever's in here either got blown up or collapsed or whatever, and they took it away, whether it was a bunch of barrels or whatever, and all the pipes and stuff are just shoving through it, and they've been, ripped off or whatever. So sticking out the side will be a whole bunch of piping and stuff like that. So maybe this, it could have been, in other cases it could have been a granary or something like that, just to, add a bit of more interest to something, rather than having it be just another tower kind of building. Yeah, something different. Anyway, keep going on. Just a quick tip, if you're going to be drilling holes into any of these or anything like that, as you can see on the inside, if I can get you're gonna work in there? No, okay. As you can see, like, some of the stuff is chipped away and that. If you drill a bit slower, it won't be so bad, as you can see. It's not so bad if you take it slow. Like that one, you can clearly see it's a nice clean hole. So just do it fairly slowly at a low speed, and you can push through fairly easily. I'll put another couple in, I think, on this side, and maybe one there, and yeah, looking good. End up drilling some holes through this one as well, because why not, have it be some kind of thing that they just stuck pipes through because they could. I might even just lay some on top, just to sort of say that they kind of went, bugger it, we'll just, we're moving, pipe and fuel around. This is supposed to be a refinery kind of terrain, and it's got those sort of grooves in it that they might have just laid stuff on. So yeah, why not add some more detail, and it'll be a good reason to add some more, like, runoff of tar, or not tar, but crude oil, just more interest. Alright, now I've put in all the pipes, and as you can see, I've melted all the ends and bent them and stuff. And this one as well. Oy, heavy. I've done all the pipes, given them weird angles and stuff. I don't know, I may even make this one have water pulling in the bottom of it. In a desert, the only bit of water actually might be an idea. Something different. Anyway, yeah, so we've got to let these dry before I do anything with it. But there's other pieces over there to check over. We might even be able to start putting some grout and sand down a few of the bases. Sadly, the plastic rods haven't shown up yet. I'm still waiting for them to be delivered. They're set out for delivery today, but gotta wait. Alrighty then. I've cleaned off all these pipes here. Now, this is after, of course, putting on the grout and everything. And as you can see, I had to clean off the pipes because it just went everywhere. And now I'm going to start putting the skulls in. This time around, as you can see, it's far easier just to poke a hole in and then push the skull in with a bit of glue on the back of it. And that'll be it. Rather than having to put them in and then clean them off all again. And again, this is not to go crazy with skulls on these ones, but it's just to match them up with the other ones, just to have them bits and pieces, if you know, here and there. I'm not too happy that it's stuck to the paper, of course, but well, what can you do? They're drying. And yeah, so that'll be the last thing to do. Oh, second last thing to do before we do some other detail. Well, I might do more detail work, like add ropes and things like that, chains and whatnot, here and there. But yeah, before we go on to giving them another seal, just to seal in the skulls and make sure all this rock and grout and stuff is really sealed in. And that'll be the thing we do before going on to painting. So yeah, I'll get through all the bits and pieces. The next video will be just doing the painting stuff, I think. Anyway, back when I've gone through all that. So everything's all sealed now, and I end up putting another coat of the sort of plastic stuff, can't think remember what it's called, on top of there to make it look like it's been like welded shut and everything. I was planning to put on rivets and stuff on all the wood, but I've just decided not to worry about it. I'm pretty happy with the way it looks. I might end up again putting some ropes and chain and different things everywhere. That'll be the next step. But yeah, they've had a seal and everything, so after the skulls went on, everything's been sealed up. So I'll just show you what I'm working on right now. Right now, this one is the one that's getting all the pipes, and as you can see, these pipes did come. These are the completely whole pipes, and I'm heating them up just to bend them at 90 degrees to be able to put them different things. There'll be these running everywhere. Sadly though, I ordered the wrong size, and I've caught 4mm and 2mm ones. Like an idiot, I picked the wrong size, but that's okay. I'm going to work with them, and the pipe ones here, I'll just work with them too. It's fine, it'll all work out in the end. But yeah, there's going to be pipes running every which way but loose on this, just to make it look like a big cluttered mess. That's why there's odd shapes and different things, as if somebody made some kind of pipe junction here and they just kept having to add to it and add to it. They know the oil comes out through this, and they've kept having to, like, oh, the oil comes out through this pipe, we've added it, add a pipe to siphon off to one way or another. So that would be the idea. Yeah, so I'm just going to keep adding pipes to it until it's done. And then, yeah, probably add chains and some wire rope. And that'll be it for this one. So, I'll keep going. Alright, so I've done this one here. And as you can see, we've gone every which way but loose with these pipes. I could always add more, but I think I'm okay with this just being like this. I don't want to be too hectic, because it still needs to be playable. People need to be able to get their hands in here to be able to move minis around in it. So I think that's pretty good the way it is. So what I'm going to do now is all the ones with these pipes and stuff and the tank, I'm going to add some typhus corrosion just to put some texture on them. And then yeah, probably add some chains and rope and things, and I've even got the this one here just to add some stuff. Yeah, so well, oops, sorry, my chair just fell. Yeah, and that might be it. Next job will be painting, but we'll keep on going. Alright, so I've ended up finishing all these off with texture and chain. So now we've got a whole bunch of interesting things going on here. This one, oh, I have to pick it up. Sorry, I should have pulled it out and put it on the desk before I started filming. But yeah, we got ropes to hold the ladder. I put a big chain around just one of the barrels, which was a real shit to get it around it because it kept moving. Not really worrying about the other one, but I'm happy with getting all the texture done on it now. Yep, so that's all hunky-dory, ready to go. And yeah, I ended up putting some ropes. Let me pick it up again so you can see some ropes on the stairs and a bit of chain as well. Excuse me. And yeah, so these ones are ready to be undercoated and xanthosed and then painted to look like these fellows. But that will be the next video. So again, as always, thank you for watching. Please like and do all the good things that YouTube would like me to say that you can do. If you don't, that's up to you, mate. Life's pretty good at the moment, so it's just amazing how much a single day can change how you feel.